Vicky here with Chalk with Vicky. I wanted to run through just a couple basics. I've been posting a few demos and videos, but wanted to give some 101 on what to expect either as a new designer or somebody coming into a workshop for the first time. So what we have here, I just have a couple of the transfers. Actually, this is some of these are from our new autumn catalog that just came out. It was July 9th. So you'll see some new transfers here. We're going to go over some basics just of opening up some of the new ones. You'll see there are a couple different sizes. We have smaller ones ranging, I've got these ones cut up, but anywhere from 4x6 to 5x7. They go up in size, like 8.5. This is about the size, hard to tell from the video, but this is about the same size as a piece of paper, so 8.5 by 11. And again, they continue to go up. I don't have some of the bigger ones for this video to show, but I think this one is going to be an 11 by 24, I believe. And same thing with this one. Couple differences I wanted to call out. You can see that these two, all the different sizes, there's no cutting involved with these. So these ones are pretty straightforward. Peel and stick on whatever surface you're going to use them on. There are a couple, I showed this one earlier, this smaller one. I've been using this one quite a bit. It goes perfect with our new board and base. But some of these you have to actually cut. Well, you don't have to, but in order to position things, you can cut these up. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, just so you can see again, if you're a new designer coming in, if you're coming to a workshop, if you come into one of my workshops, I'll have most of this done for you. I'll have most of the new transfers pieced out here, but if you live in another state, I know we've got a couple people who are out of state. I'm based out of California, so some friends and family that want to participate in some of the live sessions on Facebook where we do a little bit of the chalk work. You pre-order, and then we do it together in a live session. So you can see, I don't know, I'm gonna pull this up a little bit so you can see a little bit of the separation. Again, it's really your preference on how you decide to piece this out. I like to use these lines as a guide. So we'll just start here. Cut's pretty easy. Won't go through every single piece, but again, this is some basics. Once you cut some of those pieces, let me pull this one. Oh, I don't have it on here. Some of mine I'll actually write because if they're words or if they're flowers, sometimes I'll sketch the outline of the flower on the back. So for this one, I'm just gonna write what it says on the front. So we've got good morning. On the back, and so this gives me an indication of when I go to peel this off to use this on something, when I go to put it back on. This is a little bit, I guess, shinier or glossier, so when you put the transfer back on, it's not going to stick or have issues coming off the piece of paper. So that's one of the reasons why we mark the back. So it's just easier for the next time that you pull it off. A couple things about the transfer since we're going over some basics here. Get lots of questions, what is it? So there is a sticky side. I don't know if you can hear that tack. This is what helps it adhere to whatever surface that you're working on. So you're gonna line it up. You don't have to worry about things slipping around. You'll see some other videos when we talk about fuzzing the transfer. Basically, you're going to take anything that has like a terry cloth or that might have a little bit of fuzz to it. Because this has some stick to it, when you go to put it on the surface for the first time, I would say anything high gloss, mirrors, glass, most of our surfaces, pretty easy to get these transfers on and off, but I still like to fuzz them using the lingo that they use at Chalk Couture. But basically to fuzz them, you're going to put them on any sort of surface that it might pick up just a little bit of fuzz. And I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's not much there, but it's just going to give you a little bit of less stick, especially on some of those flatter surfaces. This is my wood table. Of course, if you've got a nice wood table at home that you don't want to try this on, just to show you kind of how easy it comes off. But these are pretty easy to care for. Once you're done using this, again, you can look at some of the other videos to see how you use the chalk on these, but once you're done, you're basically going to rinse them in some water. Use your finger a little bit to kind of get some of that chalk off, and then you're going to let them dry. I just have one of the dish towel drying mats here. Usually what I like to do is when I'm done, I will, once it's cleaned, it'll still be wet, and I will lay it down on my drying mat with the tacky side up, and then once it's pretty much dry, you flip it right back over. And sometimes I'll use another cloth just to kind of go over this silk screen part of the transfer. Not until it's dry do you want to put it back on your transfer backer. You don't want any of that moisture. Cleaning it well, and making sure that they're dry. Sometimes you will see a little bit of shadowing from the ink. The ink and the paste have pigment, so sometimes you'll see, let's see, you might be able to see a little bit in here, or you can see a little bit of the white there. So sometimes don't scrub it. Just use some gentle motion and you'll get that, most of that off. What you're really worried about is this silk screen part, so the clear piece, that's the part that the chalk paste or the ink is going to go through. So you just want to make sure that's free and clear of all that extra chalk. Some of these larger pieces, same thing. Even though these are about the same size, you'll see that this one here on my left-hand side has a piece that you can cut out. That's because you can use it as a border, either along the sides or up at the top, however you choose to use it. All right, well, thank you so much for watching just some basics. Hope to see you in a workshop soon. Again, this is Chalk with Vicki. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you're at.